As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the veteran who will be leading them. Now in his 8th year in the NFL.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
At the 22-yard line.
They go up the middle with Campbell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Now Carr. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. In motion, the tight end. 2nd and 6. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Peters. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Alexander. The numbers for him from a week ago. 15 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates, too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
25 yards that time.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Hands it off out of the gun. And he gets it a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And they'll run again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Black Knights use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Now Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Carr now to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Campbell. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and they will take over first and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Looking to throw. James. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Back to throw. James. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harper. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. In motion goes the tight end. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Harper. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Wolf. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 24 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Black Knights have taken a 13-0 first-quarter lead. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. Here's Carr. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen?
Under pressure, and they got to him again. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the second time. $40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
2nd and long. And this one's incomplete.
When you look at this defense,
it's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Again, they run with Campbell. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And they'll send Watson in motion right.
From midfield, here's Carr. And Watson has it right side. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. To throw, it's Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 42-yard line.
To throw is Carr. That's caught. It's Flowers. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 36 yards on the play.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Again, it's Carr. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here's Carr to throw. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And his kick here is good.
So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
James now throwing to start the drive. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Peters. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 2nd and 4. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Off the play fake, James. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Back to the same target, Campbell.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now
is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
He finds his man, complete. That's Alexander. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. James. Throw left side complete. That's Alexander. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And a gain there of 11 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Wolf. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Second down and a yard.
He finds his man, complete. It's Harper. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
First down, BlackKnights.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll look to throw again. His pass caught at the 4. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
It's been unbelievable. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 18 now. So this drive spans 7 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone. And
oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That bumps us up to a 3-possession game here, and only in the second quarter, Charles. They're trying to put this game out of reach before we even hit the locker rooms for intermission.
What's even tougher is making up 3 possessions against a defense that can make impact plays like this. They don't have this game wrapped up quite yet, but 2 picks already, 1 to the house. I think it's fair to say they're headed in the right direction.
Point after, right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Carr. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Shotgun now for Carr. Campbell making the catch. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watson. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll start across the Atlantic in London, England. And it's the Bisons who are in the lead. The Bisons trying to finish that one off and claim victory. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are out in front in that one. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. As you can see the score there in the 2nd quarter. The Bills still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The BlackKnights offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll keep it on the ground. Alexander. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say, forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Peters. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Up the middle they go. It's Alexander.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there at a first down again. Now a handoff up the middle. Alexander, he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Up the middle they go. It's Alexander, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards on the pickup there. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On first down, Alexander. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
3rd and 3.
Back to throw. James. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Black Knights take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
From the gun, it's Carr. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Now Carr. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 2.
They'll run up the middle with Campbell. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Now Carr on the bootleg.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
On the handoff, here's Campbell. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Carr. And then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Now Carr. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down and, oh, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Black Knights offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. James from the gun, he'll throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Harper. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Back now here on EA Sports.
A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
This offense so far on third down, they've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
In motion left, Flowers.
Here's Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Carr now to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Carr, got to have this one.
That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Carr to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off play action. James. He finds his man. Complete. It's Peters. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Operating from the gun, James. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Black Knights are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. 12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
To throw, it's Carr. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 44-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He finds Watson, it's caught. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Throwing now is Carr. Catch made here by Campbell. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And Watson has it right side. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They'll give to the big man, Campbell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll run. It's Campbell. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So now out comes this offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. They work now on 2nd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Alexander, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Off the play fake, James.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Black. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 of the 21-yard line.
Shotgun now for Carr.
Throw caught by Flowers.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for our visitors, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.